Panther people, what up? Something's missing. Whoa. It's kind of nice. So go and watch Panthers Post. Thanks for joining. All right. I don't remember the last time we had a bye week where not only the Carolina Panthers over 500, they're over 500 in the playoff run and getting healthier in the key positions and guys getting off suspension from punching dudes in the nuts. I've never been this fired up as a Carolina Panthers fan, but we got a whole other week to preview the game against the A's. Try not to get swept by them, but we already know if you're a real Panther fan, there's a roller coaster year. They just beat the best team in the NFL reportedly, and then now they're going against the Saints that still have only 2 wins. Their second win against us. Like, who knows what's going to happen in that game. Maybe the Saints do us a favor and beat the Bucs this week, but we got a whole week to talk about that. So it couldn't come at a better time. I'm going to do something a little bit light, a little bit more fun. Of course, other guys are probably going to be talking about, mock drafts and all that, which I could probably do as well. Maybe do that on Sunday. But today, I got a very special guest, and that's this hat. You guys know I'm a merch guy. I love the jackets. I love the vintage stuff. I love making my own merch. Shout out to anyone who's ever bought my own merch. I am working with Queen and Cotton over at North Davidson. I got a brand new deal with them. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going indefinitely. We're going to follow this team. It did good things for them. Thank you for everyone who bought Queen and Cotton stuff. 10% off, post 10. That still sticks. But I love merch. And I love collaborations. To me, when the Panthers are collaborating with guys like Golf Wang, working with them, they're one of a couple teams. Now everyone's got a Golf Wang collaboration, but last year they're one of a few teams with collaborations with that Tyler the Creator brand, and that to me was a sign that this team is kind of being part of the public zeitgeist now, and I think is the reason why, because this is a millennial team. Millennials got money now, whatever you want to call that, and they want to spend. And they have that nostalgia that people are tapping into right now. Golf Wang used the retro logo. Now there's new collaboration with Luke Combs. They use the retro logo, the Big Cat logo. And they're tapping into that millennial fan who now has a job, maybe has a kid or two, want to feel a little bit more alive. And then they're collaborating with these guys. And you could argue that the Panthers maybe have the best collaborations right now in the National Football League. Like, my brother's a Seattle Seahawks fan. Who are they collaborating with? Who do they collaborate with? Nobody that I know. They don't have a cool collaboration that people are, hammering refresh on the NFLshop.ca or the Seahawks website or anything like that to see if it's there. That was me trying to get this hat, because not only do I love the Panthers, I love the Big Cat logo, I love the retro logo, I like Luke Combs. He's a dad. He's transitioned and from being like a party animal and all that stuff. His father and son's album, I can't even listen through half the songs because they make me cry. And he's a Panther fan, unabashed. And he says good, and we already know he says bad. And anyone who trashes him from saying bad stuff about the Panthers, you got to check your own receipts about what you say in my comments, on social media, probably in the stands, and then say, okay, maybe I'm a little bit too harsh, because that's what fans do. It's short for fanatics. We say bad things about the team, horrible things. I mean, don't threaten people's lives. Don't get stupid. Don't get personal like that. But we all know that happens too. He didn't get personal like that. But then you also celebrate the team as well when things are going well. That's kind of what being a fan is, unfortunately. We choose this life. But out of all of us, none of us held a concert at Bank of America Stadium. All proceeds going to those who were affected by the hurricane in Asheville, in the Appalachians and all that. He did that. The Tempers did that. And you got to say, since that concert, good things have happened to this team. The karma has turned around from throwing drinks at fans of Jacksonville to hosting that concert. Good things have happened to this team, and he is a big part of that. And so, his music resonates with me. His story resonates with me. And so when he made the collaboration with the Panthers and they beat the Green Bay Packers, I think it was, or it was the Atlanta Falcons in overtime, he posted this hat saying, "Lucky hat worked. Panthers got the dub." And I was like, whoa. Where did that hat come from? Is that something I don't know about? Is that a collaboration I don't know about? Is that like a rich guy collaboration that he just did? He just made that hat. Like he wears a lot of camo. Did he just get a big cat hat and put it on his hat? Like, is that just what he did? And that's what I thought. And then eventually the word got out that he's gonna have a collaboration with the Panthers. And I've been looking for a camo hat, like not just a Panthers camo hat, just a camo hat in general. I have a guy with a massive head, 7 3/4, 61.5 centimeters. I don't know what that is in inches, but it's big. But I still love hats, and I've been looking for a camo hat for the longest time. I kind of sneaky think it goes with everything. Ironically, it's very loud, but it kind of works with almost anything. And that merging with my Panther fandom, like I had to get that hat. I had to get it. I was like counting down the time. 11 a.m. online. It's the only way I can get it. I'm not in Charlotte. I had it in my bag online at the Panther store. I actually got an American P.O. box to try to avoid all the duties and all that stuff because it's harsh out there. If you're a Canadian trying to get some stuff in the U.S. that only ships in America, and if it ships to Canada, sometimes the duties and all that is actually more expensive than the piece itself. So I got that, and it was a super confusing address. And by the time I pressed send, it was already gone. It was out of my box. It was gone. It was done. And so I went on Twitter, went on TikTok, all that stuff, reached out to the Panther Nation, like, who is in Charlotte right now who can walk? Like, I'm not saying drive through, I can walk to the stadium, go to the store. I actually called the store. I called the Bank of America Panther store and asked, do you have the Luke Combs hats? They said, yes. I'm like, both? I'm like, yes. I'm like, the big cat one? Like, I think I knew more about the hat than they did. And like, yes, we have that. I was like, can you hold it for me? They're like, no. Darn it. And so my guy, David at DMC 2024 NFL Panthers fan of the year, went to the Super Bowl, banged the drum. You all know him on Twitter. You've seen his man cave in the garage or whatever it is. Absolutely beautiful. I hope to be there one day. He is the Carolina Claus. He is Santa Carolina Claus. There's a reason why he's a 2024 Carolina Panther fan of the year. I hit him up. He has never talked. I've never talked to him personally in my life, but some folks reached out to me, said he's the guy to talk to. I reached out to him. I'm like, hey, Panthers post. I don't know if he's sub or not. It's fine. I follow you. I think you're awesome. Can you, by chance, are you planning on going to Bank of America, going to the stadium, getting the hat? Are you getting any merch at all for yourself or anybody? He's like, yep. I think he had 3 people who were hitting him up, and he got me the hat. He got there the next day. So I thought this thing has been completely sold out. It did not restock online. If I had not reached out, if he had not been an amazing human being, listened to me and, took my request, obviously I was paying him, and he got the hat, shipped it to me, and now it's on my head. Thing is though, with the exchange rate, with the shipping, it was, my wife's listening, but $120 Canadian. $120 Canadian for a hat for a musician who doesn't know me. But proceeds did go to those who are still recovering from the hurricane. So it feels pretty good still. And it's worth it because, as I said, this is the best hat I've ever had in my life. So I'm just going to break down the things I love about this hat. Again, if you're not a merch person, you can skip this. Totally fine. This is for the gearheads, literal gearheads. And going to compare it to some other hats, other collaborations. Got the Golf Wang hat here as well. 47 brand is like the main competitor to New Era. And in my opinion, they make the best A-frame, you want to call it, the 5-panel hat, meaning there's no seam down the middle. So it actually leaves room, nice clean slate to put a patch like a big Panther cap. And I was in a New Era phase for a bit during the World Series, as you would be watching baseball. They are the official supplier for the Major League Baseball. And I thought, okay, you know what? I've learned to curve the brim with a steamer. Like, this thing kind of looks like an A-frame, kind of has that profile I want because I have a massive head, I have a long face. And so this massive point here, it just kind of fits my face. And I've been trying to get, they have the 47 brand hitch hat. And that's the thing with the 5-panel hat. That's the point in the top. It's not their cleanup hat. That's kind of like the dad hat, quintessential dad hat. But they don't really have that point. And it doesn't really, it kind of blends to your head. You could try to wear it a certain way, maybe a little bit higher on your head. Could have a bit of a point, but just it's not as aggressive. And then when it came out with Luke Combs is a big man. I think he either walked on Appalachian State or whatever, but I looked at him wearing a backwards Panthers hat. It was actually the Golf Wang one. And I think he's either a 3-notch guy or a 2-notch guy. I'm 2-notch. Like, I can't go 3. I'll get a permanent red mark on my head for days. And this crown, I saw him like, looking at the dimensions of this man's face and head, that is a very high crown. Like, I don't know if this is an actual 47 brand hitch or he worked with 47 brand and the Carolina Panthers. Like, hey, if I want to put this big cat logo on this hat and make it fit my head, I need this crown to go all the way up. And so that is huge. Like, this is the Golf Wang collab. I wear this on a lot of videos. This is also a 47 brand hitch. You can see it got the 5-panel, got the point up there. And you just measure them up. Look at that. And mind you, I've worn this a couple times, but I'll be honest, it hasn't really changed since when I first got it. Look how unstructured that is. Look how freaking upright that is. And just taking a look, it is significantly higher than the Golf Wang. And it just does not have the same profile. Like here's the Golf Wang on my head right now. Like again, kind of unstructured. It kind of breaks down a little bit. Again, I've worn it a bunch, but I haven't like put in a steamer or anything like that. And then you got this one. This was, mind you, this was in a box. It was folded up. And look at this thing standing up. That's sick. And that's just the exact profile I want. That's what people have. That's what I've been looking for in hats, online, in-store, Urban Outfitters, all that stuff. 47 brand. They don't have hats like this. They do not. I don't know if this can be a new silhouette that they have, but look at the prominence of that. It just looks amazing. Looks amazing. You can wear it high up on your head like this. You can wear it down low. It looks good. And I will also say, I don't know what the material is. It's got like mossy oak sticker on it. I don't know if that's the brand of the camo pattern that they used or if that's also the material they used, but it kind of has some give to it. It feels not like a Carhartt like merch, but it feels more durable than this. This is clearly a cotton of some kind. What is this? It's something. It is something, but it is not. As you can see, look how that falls. Look how this falls. It doesn't fall. It's just sturdy. Like it feels like it's made out of something that you can go out. I don't hunt. Maybe I should try, but it looks like something that you can go outside and rough it up a little bit and it could come back okay. Again, flimsy, not flimsy. So that's the make. That's the fit. It actually almost has some give to it too. I don't know what it is, but it's awesome. And with the design, like I'm a sucker, obviously 80s kid, grew up in the 90s. I love the vintage stuff. I love the vintage font. I wish they went back to it. Whenever they wear the vintage stuff, the throwback uniforms looks absolutely amazing. That's when the silver helmet actually does look really good. And like that, like the NASCAR cat scratch font is my absolute favorite. Anything that has it, I'm a sucker for it. I try to get it. And this had everything. Like it has the big cat, which they do not use enough. Like, I don't know why the Panthers, their normal merch, like non-collaboration merch, isn't more throwback focused. Like if I'm the Toronto Raptors fan as well, you know, they got the current stuff and they also have like Mitchell and Ness throwback merch you can also buy. Yeah, we got jerseys and all that. We got the Steve Smith stuff and the Sam Mills, but I'm talking like sweatshirts, hoodies, hats. Like they could sell so much stuff if they used more of the retro logo because it just looks amazing. And again, tapping into that millennial parent who wants to still feel a little bit young and they got money now, they want to buy this stuff. So you got this, which is unique. Like even if you're not a Panther fan, it looks awesome. And then you got, of course, the font on the side, and it just pops. It just pops. Like it goes well with the camo. Like if it was a black hat, yeah, it'll look good, no matter what, because like it's just meant to be. It's Panther. They're black. They look good. That's why the all black jerseys look nice. All black uniform with a hat and with a helmet and all that. But when it's on something like this, it almost looks like it's a Panther on the prowl, and it just pops, and I love it. And if you saw my video yesterday, in my short, I was wearing a Carhartt hat, a Carhartt beanie that I made, and people were saying, yeah, I'd buy a black Carolina Panthers Carhartt beanie, but when it's on the brown, it makes the logo pop, and this makes the logo pop. And I just love the way it looks. I love the way it fits, and the durability. It doesn't feel like a normal hat. It actually does feel like a special edition, limited edition type piece. And so, is it worth the $120 Canadian? So that's like $84 US. That's a lot. Yes, absolutely it's worth it. I will never sell this thing. Unless Luke Combs does something weird and he becomes like, I don't know, like a Doctor Doom or something. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can't wear that anymore. But this thing is awesome. And yeah, not much more to say about it. It's dope. If you guys are a merch person, if you got this hat, what do you think about it? Did you get the other Luke Combs stuff? He's got the hoodies, which seem pretty sweet. I never saw I was going to get that if I was going to miss his hat. I was looking at the hoodie, but I was like, I got a lot of Panthers hoodies. I got a lot of Panther hats, but I got a lot of Panther hoodies. And I didn't think I needed that. The button-up shirt, I don't think that's really my style. No. And then the t-shirt, again, got a lot of Panthers t-shirts. And the other Panther hat was a trucker hat. Not bad. But again, back to this arch. The arch wasn't high enough. I needed a big arch. It was a massive arch. So if you got any other merch, let me know. Did you guys like it? I know it's an elevated price because of the name and it's going towards charity, so it's a good thing there. But did you guys think it was worth it? Did you get the golf flank stuff? Are you a big merch person? Let me know in the comments below. What would you like to see the Panthers do with more merch? They could definitely be more diversified in terms of what they got. They got one of the best logos in sports. They have some of the best color combinations in the National Football League. They have a plethora of options, and I feel like they're kind of missing out. And that's why when these collaborations happen, you get someone who's kind of thinking outside the box, like a Tyler the Creator or Luke Combs. You kind of jump on that because it's just something a little bit different than whatever Nike puts out there or whatever 47 brand puts out there. Even though 47 made this, they made it with his direction, his artistic, creative mind. So, and he's a true fan. He's actually a true fan. And so I like that he delved deep into the logo choice, all that stuff. Anyways, that's my bi-week edition of Panthers Post. If you like stuff like this, I could do more because I could talk about friggin' anything. But let me know. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Don't worry. This weekend, I will talk actual football. Maybe have a special guest. Maybe just me rant about how weird this Panther team is. And then next week, freaking massive. String together wins. Stop with this roller coaster stuff. You cannot get swept by the Saints. That's all I'm going to say. And stop with the roller coaster stuff. Take your time off, come back, get ready to work. Let's win back-to-back games. Let's go. See you guys soon.